you. And you know it, I'm better than. Better than you. And you know it, I'm better than.
I'm never dropping you, honestly, no one's stopping me, y'all. Die the greatest, I'm living by that philosophy. It's blood, sweat, and tears, it's sacrifice what I gotta me. It's me against the world, so number one's what I gotta be. I swear that I just gotta be king, that is my prophecy. I feel like there's a god in me, monsters can't even conquer me. Ready for war, constantly label me as a prodigy. Never been modest, honestly, come at me, what you got for me? It's a fact they always hate on the best. I'm not lucky, I'm proving myself, I'm passing the test. See, I'll pass on the rest so I can pass all the rest. There ain't no competition in this conversation, I guess. So you can never defeat me, I'm making autos look easy. I know this industry need me, I knock you out, leave you bleeding. I'm the greatest human being alive, don't gotta try. And if you step into me, say your final goodbyes, cause
Pain, I know your name. You're the water to the flame. Been caught in the reins of your chains.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the All Elite Podcast, right here on the No Holds Barred Network, your source for all wrestling podcast content and more. I am your host, as always, your self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, and I'm returningly joined back by the queen of the indies. She's the heartbreak chick. She got so many nicknames. I call her the queen of Halloween and Halloween. I don't know. I got to think of a new one for Christmas. But that's Tiffany.
I feel like it's been a while that you forgot my nicknames.
I know it's weird because I do a show last week alone and it's like you're coming back. I'm like, damn, what's my script?
Oh my god, the EVP giggles, the heartbreak
that's it.
chick, the queen of the indies.
Well, thank God you remembered because
I hope so. I mean, you gave me some names and the fans gave me some names, so
I got none. I tried to go with what did I come up with a couple weeks ago? I was like, what was that one nickname I wanted to stick? And then you just weren't having it. Remember I said something?
I don't even know.
Oh, it's gonna bug me.
I don't even know, but
the master of ceremonies or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. I got to think of it. I'll go back and listen, and I'll introduce myself as it next week. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. If you're coming back, if you're a returning fan to the Ollie Podcast, if you are a new fan, it's where myself and Tiffany talk about everything in that AEW world. And we got a lot to talk about. A big AEW Dynamite theme event next week, so this is kind of like the go home show into it. Basically kind of had a go home show filled, right? They are all building towards next week, and next week's show is huge. The winter is coming show. I don't know if they're gonna put snow everywhere next week or icicles. What's going on?
Oh, that'd be cool. That's what it's all about, right? I love seeing stuff like that.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, we love themes here, and if you were paying attention to the YouTube version, the video version of the podcast during October, we had a lot of Halloween themed layouts here on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook, wherever we're being streamed live. December's gonna be the same. December, I'm in the process of making a lot of Christmas layouts, Christmas intros, countdowns, all that mumbo jumbo. It's gonna be really cool. I actually love the countdown one I had made. We got like our logo on an ornament. It looks really cool. Other than that, but look out for those. Next week, I think I have actually AEW Winter is Coming themed layout. Actually, I sent it to Tiff. She's seen it already that we're gonna have ready to go. So I'm pumped for that. But yeah,
just sends me stuff that's like, oh, I love it.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this.
Here we go.
What's this? I mean, technically, it incorporates both seasons. So, I mean, I'd probably watch Nightmare before Christmas during December. It's like when people bring up the whole Die Hard thing. It's like, oh, Die Hard's not a Christmas movie, and people are like, oh, yes, it is. It happens during Christmas, and there's that whole big argument, and people like lose friendships.
We always go through this like all the time about Die Hard because I feel like it does always come up in conversation. I think we did this last Christmas too.
I think so.
I think we did.
So in our chat, I've been trying to get a PS5. So what did I miss on AW Dynamite?
Any luck? Did you get the PS5? Like,
yeah, let us know. I mean, don't crucify me. I'm not a PlayStation guy.
I know we're gonna fight.
I'm like an Xbox guy. Oh yeah, Tiff's a PlayStation girl.
I'm a PlayStation girl, but I'm kind of glad that we do get a lot of crossover now. Like me and Kyle have crossed over with games before.
I think Fortnite.
Yeah, I'm looking at the background of you.
Of me.
I've just noticed, like, oh, that's Yoda.
Looking
right?
at my beautiful face. Oh yeah, that thing down there. That's Yoda. Yeah, that's Yoda. It's supposed to be holding a gift, but his arm broke off the one side of it. So now he kind of just like,
I don't know why.
Like, he like Orange Cassidy's it. He's just lazily holding the gift.
I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, what the heck is
It's a weird looking Yoda. I'm telling you right now. That looks like Yoda and E.T. put together.
That's what I thought. I thought it was like E.T. I'm watching too much Dawson's Creek lately on Netflix because I've been binging. But like I was going back to like my childhood watching Dawson's Creek, and like I got up to the point where Dawson's with the E.T. binder.
Oh
and
God!
That's what I like instantly thought of. But yeah, okay, so.
Yeah, but that's Yoda. He's like the mascot back there, and slowly growing my background. But yeah.
Let's talk some AE dubs.
Should we? I mean, oh yeah, it's an AEW podcast. Why not?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can bring something up.
Brad said Yoda from Wish.
Yeah, so like that's Yoda from Wish. They took ET and put green skin on him.
I think that's our new mascot now. I think
Yoda from Wish. Yeah.
Yoda from Wish. Here we go. We got Fat Pharaoh. Yoda from Wish.
I'm not going back there to grab him. He's staying back there. He's really big. He's bigger than what what it looks like. Like he'd take up the whole screen if I brought him up here. He's huge.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Let's do some AW dub. Okay.
Oh yeah. Gotta talk AW. I mean, I want to bring something up that's not AW related.
Okay. Yes. Is it what we were talking about?
But happened on AW TV in a way, especially up here in Canada. So I'm watching Dynamite, and it happens a lot. Like we're Jerry, oh, for our top world class picture-in-picture, and like I won't get it. I'll get a commercial. So I'm like, whatever. I'm used to that happening. And then I get a commercial, and I'm sitting here like writing my notes down for what I just seen, and then I'm hearing it, and I'm going, okay, wait, that guy didn't just call it that, did he? So it's like a battery storage case.
What happened on AW?
Oh God!
Oh, what the heck? Sorry.
Whoa! Did I just hear myself? Oof. Hello. Oh, hello. Anywho, yes, the battery. It's a battery storage case. And I was like, okay, cool, that's a cool concept. But the name, I'm like, why did you call it that? I kid you not. This thing was called Battery Daddy. What?
Brad knew it. Brad said he has one.
Why is it called Battery Daddy?
When he told me this, I instantly thought of the Fry Daddy and the Fry Baby, and this thing was like around like 20 years ago. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
Any appliance cannot have the name Daddy in it. That's just weird.
Not?
That's weird.
Why?
It's like, where can I put these batteries? Oh yeah, grab my Battery Daddy and put it in that. That sounds weird. Can't do it. can never call it Battery Daddy. Never,
So,
ever,
let me ask you
ever call it
something.
Battery Daddy.
If if we got sponsored by Battery Daddy, you would not use it?
Maybe, but I rename it.
I feel like now it's my mission to get sponsored by Battery Daddy just for Kyle.
Just say you missed the boat, man. Why'd you call it Battery Daddy? Who they're sitting there in their boardroom like, oh, what are we gonna? It's a good concept, but what are we gonna call this
you
thing?
can't call it Battery Baby, so like.
That's something like Vince McMahon would be like, oh, such good shit.
Oh,
Yes, that's you, Battery Daddy.
Oh my god, can you imagine? Like, how would you guys feel about that as being like a wrestler gimmick?
Battery
something.
Daddy. Yeah, and he's got like a big battery on his trunks. I'll charge you up. God. Anyways, moving on. I gotta get rid of this Battery Daddy nonsense.
All right.
There's a couple of things that have happened during the week in AEW that I kind of want to talk about before we talk about Dynamite. One is pretty cool. So it was announced today, I believe, or yesterday. Chris Jericho's got his own clothing line. Of course, he's going to have the newly, growing Inner Circle advertising it. But the Painmaker collection, and these shirts look pretty cool. If you're into like that rock star, grungy, gothic kind of wear, like this stuff kind of screams that. Painmaker store or Painmaker.store/AEW, and there's an official collection on there. So I guess it's endorsed by AEW, obviously with Jericho being in AEW, but they're all wearing it tonight on Dynamite as well. I love the eye one with the cross behind it. I'm feeling that. I may get that. But yeah, Jericho's got his own clothing line. Good for him.
The hoodies look really nice.
Yeah, the hoodies look sweet.
Yeah.
They look great.
I'm a hoodie girl, so
I can't even tell you how many hoodies I own.
I love hoodies. It's all about the freaking hoodies. I'd rather wear like hoodies than coats.
Like
I'd rather they're up.
I got a hanger behind my door which holds about 8 hoodies. Then I have a drawer full of hoodies, and right now my drawer is like my hangers are full, but my drawer, it's one of those where you have to like pry open because there's so many stuffed sweaters in there.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
I can never have enough hoodies though. It's never, you know what I mean? I can never have enough hoodies. Never. I can always have more. Another thing I thought was pretty cool I seen was the Blood and Guts. So everyone remembers the Blood and Guts was supposed to be this big event.
Don't because I feel very sad.
I know you're sad. You were supposed to go.
I'm so sad. Like
they turned into kind of an action figure, and I'm gonna put up on the screen for you guys to see. So it's Cody and Dustin, and there's blood splat all over it, and it's obviously from their Double or Nothing match. I mean, remember how bloody that was? But this action figure is exclusive. The Blood and Guts Blood Brothers action figure set. That's so cool. That is so awesome to see, and I want that so bad. Like that is an awesome exclusive. I want that set.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's so hard to get action figures up here in Canada, though. It's ridiculously hard up here in Canada.
Well, I guess
no idea.
I guess you'll be taking a trip if we ever go back to normal, back down to me.
Yeah, when do we go back to normal?
Take you to the store because now, Kyle, the wrestling universe, there's one in Long Island now. So
he opened up another store.
Yes, the same store just opened one in Long Island now. I knew that was a dream of his to do.
Okay.
So, but they're on a website too, guys. Like shout out to Jack. He's got great stuff, and definitely check it out. You can order stuff online too. Maybe you should check online. So, but I think that one's on order from the rig side. But you said that they're not going to be. They won't mail it to Canada.
They will, but like every time I go to check the website, anyway, anything AEW is like almost sold out on that website.
Yeah.
And it's like your Walmarts down there. Like every time I've seen people like vlogging trying to get to these Walmarts. Even the Young Bucks are doing on Being the Elite. Like Walmarts are just always cleaned out of AEW figs because they're like they're first in line, right? If they're gonna be worth something one day, so obviously they're getting cleaned out. Yeah. Another thing I want to bring up, which I thought was pretty cool, I seen this week, was the Britt Baker. She's got a new thing, and she debuted it on Dark, the Waiting Room, and it's just literally this set they built behind the good guys at ringside, like the babyface side. And it's a waiting room. It's basically like a dental waiting room that they built, and then she has guests on it. I think it's a really cool idea. I really love this, and I saw the clip they did with TH2. I love that. If that's gonna be like a main feature on Dark, like that's just gonna get more people to tune into Dark. I think that's a genius idea to do something like that.
It's pretty cool. I gotta catch up on Dark. I didn't get a chance to. I've been so busy, but I gotta catch up on Dark.
It's like I got like what was it? Roddy Piper's Pit vibes from it. Like, you know what I mean? If they could do something
cool,
closer to that, then that would be sweet.
I'm glad that like they found, like the niche for her, right? Like that we were like, oh, we weren't too crazy in the beginning. So I'm loving that they turned her heel, and I'm loving these segments, and then the vignettes that they do have been absolutely great. So, now I'm actually looking forward to watch this because I'm a little like behind. So, but definitely.
Yeah.
So I also I don't know if you picked it up yet, but I picked up the Young Bucks book. So that was pretty cool because I got it the day that it released in Barnes and Noble. So I actually went to Barnes and Noble. So I've been so busy with so much stuff lately. I mean, you guys noticed I've been doing a lot on the No Holds Barred Network since I took my 2-week break. So I'm like halfway through the book, and it's kind of like the only reason why I keep putting it down is because I read at night, and I'm just like fall asleep, but the book is so good. Like I don't want to like put it down. So it's like I'll read like a chapter or something, and I'm just exhausted that I just like pass out. So, but if you haven't picked up the book,
trust me,
really
I ordered it literally the first time they announced it.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for it because I was one of the people that got to order the exclusive autographed one.
Yeah.
So I'm still waiting for mine, and I'm obviously in Canada, so it takes forever to ship up here. So I'm still waiting for mine.
It's really good. It's really like interesting. It's one of those very hard to put down kind of books.
Yeah.
So
JR's book was really good.
Yeah. So
I got that and I read it. That was a great book. And Jericho's book, all of his books are fantastic. If you guys haven't read any of Jericho's books, like he's released like 4 or 5 so far, and like a couple of them follow each other. Like he tells a very good story in his books. Like it's amazing what you find out in there. Other than that, this was pretty cool to see. I know this was just because the way they started in AEW over the last couple of weeks, you kind of feel like the management and the AEW staff were hiding these guys, but they announced it officially. Top Flight are #All Elite.
I'm so excited.
So much potential in these kids, 19 and 21 years old.
Oh my God.
Like, they're babies.
Good. They are, but they're so good. I was so excited like last week, and even though I didn't do All Elite podcast, I was thinking of Kyle during Dynamite last week because I was like, I really wanted to know what you really thought about them because I've seen them at the Collective and I've seen them before, and I'm like, these kids are really good. And like the potential of what
they
they're
got
going
some like
to develop
serious
into.
potential. These kids,
Yeah.
and they're and they're so young. If they're this good now, like the sky's the limit with these kids,
Yeah.
and they're another true brother tag team, which is great. You always love to see something like that, not like fake brothers.
I'm so glad like that they picked them up and signed them. Like, oh, it's so great. Like, you really do have the best stacked tag teams in AEW. You really do.
And they had a sick match tonight, which we'll get into. But last but not least, this was pretty cool. So this was posted today, and it was actually a wallpaper you can download for your phone. So you guys go over their Twitter and check it out. I think it was the All Elite Wrestling on TNT Twitter account. They posted this picture. It is fantastic especially for you Americans out there. Yeah, with Thanksgiving being tomorrow, this is a wallpaper you can get for your phone. It's literally a picture hanging of a Thanksgiving dinner, and everyone's at the dinner table. And you see there, you got on the left, you got the Bucks, Scorpio Sky, Hikaru Shida, Jericho, Darby. At the head of the table, obviously, you got Brandy and Cody Rhodes. Then you got MJF, Nyla, Kenny, and Miro. Kenny on the heel side, which is interesting to see as well. I mean, a lot of people picked up on that. Moxley's picture is like in the background. He's not even there, but he's in the champ is not at the table, which is weird to me. Like, why isn't the champ there? And I can't make out who the hell that is in the back because my screen.
That's Orange Cassidy and the turkey.
It's Orange Cassidy? Okay.
The turkey, remember from last year, the Gobble Gobble with him with the best friends? That's what it is.
Okay. But, like, why is Moxley not there?
Because he's the champ, and I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah, so I definitely want to eat that turkey.
Turkey looks... and, oh, my God, did you see...
talking about Orange Cassidy, though.
Did you see Joey Janela today? He cropped his face on the turkey.
Oh, classic Joey Janela. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did see the table read of Christmas Story. That's so. I love Christmas
Yeah, I
Story.
saw that. I was gonna bring those pictures in, but there's so many of them. A Christmas Story. Okay, it's not one of my favorite Christmas movies. It's not. Okay, hold up. It's not in the top 5. It's not in the top 5. It's in the top 10.
Still done with you.
It's not in the top. It's not in top 5, but it's in the top 10. It's in the top 10.
This podcast is
Oh my
dissolved.
god.
This podcast is dissolved.
There's so many Christmas movies though.
You
Like
just killed me right now. This is like my number one.
I'm just saying, if your number one isn't Elf, then we can't be friends.
Well, I guess that's it. That's it. The No Holds Barred Network, guys.
What's your number one then? Hey, hold on. What's your number one Christmas movie?
Story.
That's your number one, really?
Yes.
Out of all of them?
Yes.
I don't know. You guys let me know in the chat. That's
We can't be friends anymore. That's it. I'm
Elf
done.
over everything.
No.
Elf, number
Christmas
one.
Story over everything.
Elf,
It
number
just
one.
shows like the age difference of me and Kyle. That's
I guess
just
so.
what it is. That's
It's in my
exactly
top.
what
I think it's number 6 or 7 for me.
No. See, even Brad agrees with me. So, but me
You
and
guys are
Brad
like the same age.
we are. He's a year older than me. But
So,
me, Brad,
then?
like, shut up, okay? Like,
He's
what
your
the
best
hell?
friend from your childhood. You can't be like, oh, because Brad is here too, and he says yes. Okay, well, yeah, Kyle, you're wrong because Brad said yes. That's greatest movie of all time. Brad is the be all end all of Christmas movies.
That's right. Okay, you don't understand.
Okay, Jeffrey Alito brings up a great one. That's my top 5. Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. Freaking amazing. But we're getting off topic here. This ain't a Christmas movie.
We're gonna save this because
Yeah.
me and Kyle came up with that. We're gonna put something on Patreon.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do kind of like a free for all. So maybe me and Kyle will get into
That was
it
like
about
that was a
Christmas
teaser,
movies.
a little teaser. If you
Yeah.
guys loved me and Tiff
Yeah,
ranting there,
I think that's what we're gonna do.
we're gonna
So
do
we play
sign
with
up for the
my
No Holds
kid.
Barred Network Patreon. Here you go, good plug
Yeah.
here. For as little as $1 a month, and then me and Tiff are gonna be pumping out content on there.
We're gonna argue.
It's probably
so.
gonna be soon, to be honest.
Yeah,
We got to get
real-
some content
yeah.
on there because right now I'm creating the super card for AW New Japan, and it's it's so good, by the way. Like I've done about half the card so far, and it's amazing. So it's gonna be awesome.
All right.
Gotta tell you
So
about Dynamite though. It's what everyone's here for. Like
let's
frick,
talk
it's
about
20 minutes of the podcast, Tiff. Damn.
All right. Can we just like start off with
Well, I think we have to mention though. I know why I was at first thrown off because of the sound, like the fake crowd noise and everything. This obviously wasn't live tonight. This was pre-taped due to the Thanksgiving stuff. I think they gave everyone enough time to travel for Thanksgiving, so they pre-taped this episode.
yeah.
So it is what it is. I know they're not
But-
the greatest with sound, but they did a good job though. I noticed. You know when they go backstage for a promo and there's always that gap between switching to sound? Now that it wasn't exactly live, they did a better job at fixing it. I think they just need to transition to doing it actual live transition because it sounded a lot better when they were going through promos back and forth.
Yeah. So, but let's talk about John Silver and Hangman Page
Yeah.
because I was stoked for this. Like Johnny Hungy.
What is that, Johnny Hungy, man? Like I don't know if I can get behind that.
Why not? I love it. Like, how can you not?
That's
like,
up there
put it
with
on a
Battery
shirt.
Daddy.
Oh my god, put it on a shirt. Is it one of the shirts? I don't like buy t-shirts, so I don't even know if it is a shirt, and if it is, then I freaking need it because why not?
Daddy Hungy.
I love it. Look, I
Johnny
like, I like when I'm watching Dynamite, I'm messaging multiple people during the show, including Kyle. And I just love John Silver, and I've just been a fan of him since the Indies, and he is such a star. And even Metal's in the chat, and me and Metal were talking about it, and I was like, we've been saying like John Silver's so over that like John Silver needs a singles run. I really enjoy him.
One thing I want to know, where's Brody Lee? I thought like at first maybe there was like a COVID thing happening. He was quarantining, but like it's been how long since we've seen Brody Lee? Like what's going on there? Did I miss
A while.
something?
Like what's gonna happen? Like when he comes back.
I don't know. I wonder if he's secretly injured. Like someone's got to know.
Hurt.
Someone's
He
got to
is
know.
hurt. He is.
He's hurt.
He is
Okay.
injured now. So,
But is he hurt? Is he hurt that bad he can't do like segments? That's what I mean. Like you can be hurt and not wrestle and like still be the leader.
yeah. It is true though that like a lot of people have been saying this is like Silver is the new leader of Dark Order, and I'm totally behind it. Like I'm with it. I just love it. He's so damn entertaining.
I think he's gonna be leader for now, but it's gonna be funny for when Broly does come back.
Oh man.
And he's gonna start kicking him to the curb again.
I still want Dark Order like BTE kind of like the whole thing, like how we had the Inner Circle like do a day. Like I just want Dark Order for it.
Being the Dark Order. But them, Uno getting on the mic after and, giving Hangman some pointers, like some pointers are to join the Dark Order, but like you notice he said it more in a friendly tone and he was like trying to get down to Hangman's level and kind of like showed that, the Elite was more of a cult than they are.
Right.
So I was like, okay, like I think they got Hangman's gears going a little bit here, but I still kind of have a feeling this is a throw off. Like this is to throw us off the scent.
No, but it's a good storyline though, right? Like, because we don't know what's gonna happen with Hangman Page.
Well, I remember, was it last week or the week before, or was it last week we were talking? I can't remember, but yeah, because the attack was last week, and I saw people saying, "Well, what if it's Hangman?"
Yeah,
like what if Hangman attacked?
Yeah.
But now they didn't really go over who attacked Moxley last week. I saw people saying maybe it was Kenta, maybe like Kenny hired Kenta or something. I don't know who attacked Moxley. I have a feeling like we're gonna find out unless it was just Omega.
Well, it goes, actually me and April were talking about this a little bit earlier too, but remember how we were talking in our prediction shows and I was like, can you imagine if we get a 3-way between Hangman, Kenny, and Moxley?
Yeah, it's too late now though.
At a pay-per-view, but like the slow build of not next week, but that it's just this build. Like that's how you stretch it to Revolution.
Sorry.
What?
Metal in the chat. The attacker was fat ass massa.
Oh, Carl was Metal was telling me this earlier that he was like he goes, hear me out on this, and I was dying. I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm kind of liking this this thought.
I would die. I would absolutely lose my mind if it ends up being and Hangman hired him to attack John Moxley. Because of all people, that's the guy to lay out Moxley unconscious. I'd lose my shit. Anyways, speaking of Kenny, though. Speaking of Kenny, he had that cleaner, man. He's like, I'd say he's like 95% there. He had the glasses. He was acting all heelish. He's bringing up personal things, but the hair. I'm just waiting for it to go silver so I can be like, okay, it's finally here. Like, where's the leather jacket? Complete the look, Kenny. Let's go.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm getting antsy here.
It's been great. It's been great. Oh man, I'm psyched. I can't believe it's next week already that we're getting this.
Yeah, I know. It felt like a long ways away when they first announced it. I'm like, oh wait, it's like next week already.
Ooh, Kilroy said no one attacked him. He just slipped on some baby oil.
He didn't finish it. Ooh, Kilroy. Ooh. Gonna finish the oohs at the end. He knows. Kilroy, you know, I got you. Anywho, Rihu. Bro, what is up with Will Hobbs changing his name to Powerhouse?
I like it. It's a hoss fight, man. I love it. I actually really like it.
I guess.
Not like you don't like it? I'm kind of with it. I'm totally with it.
I'm just glad I didn't do a WWE move and just drop Will and just call him Hobbs. Well, I mean, just calling him Hobbs wouldn't be that bad. I mean,
no, I like
Powerhouse Hobbs is just like, oh.
No, I like it. It just gives him a little something extra.
And he came out in like basically Taz's attire. And then beat the hell out of our boy Shotty Johnson, who's like never won a match yet.
I feel so bad for Lee Johnson. Like
he's gonna become the new Cutler and Peter Avalon.
Yeah, you're right. All right. So does that mean? Well, that's not going to happen because we kind of finalized Brandon Cutler and Peter Avila. But like, if we ever get like a like the three-man belt, that like could you put all three together? Lee
Yeah,
Johnson,
the three that have
Peter
the most
Avalon,
losses in AEW.
like,
Like Lee Johnson is basically like enhancement talent level 1,000. Like he just
hey,
he's
I'm sure he's getting.
he's there to
paid
take a
good.
beating all the time.
Hey, I'm sure he's getting paid good.
I wouldn't mind if he was losing, but like having great matches,
killed.
which he's had a few, but like he's just getting like destroyed in the wrestling term I don't want to use, buried.
Well, so was Cutler.
Yeah, I
So
know.
was Peter Avalon.
Oh god,
So
Peter Avalon got his
look,
first win.
it will. I feel like eventually, like these guys, that they'll go up the ladder. Like I don't doubt for a minute in my mind that eventually, like we won't see Brandon Cutler as TNT champion.
Powerhouse
But I would
Hog,
love-
that's good shit.
I really like Powerhouse
Such
Hog.
good shit.
So,
Anyways, the whole promo with Taz and Cody was
oh my god,
very intense.
it was great.
It was
Give me more
treading some
Taz.
waters too, and they're bringing up a lot of behind the curtain terms, which didn't sit well with some people. I thought it was great and fantastic. Cody bringing up that like you didn't want to train your son, I'm training your son, and Taz took that very personal. And we saw his son. Man, his son is like a baby. Is his son like 14? Like what's going on there?
This is so cool.
And his
though.
name is Hook.
Look, yeah.
Like grr, Captain Hook.
Jesus.
Is he gonna have a pirate gimmick and call himself Captain Hook? Please do that.
I can't with you right now.
Captain Hook.
No.
Team Taz is captain. Anyways, yeah. And I mean, Ricky Starks cut a promo later on, being pissed off at Cody, like you made Taz, go and get his son because you're bringing his son into this, and that's personal. And they cut a pretty good promo on how they're gonna face Cody and Darby next week.
Yeah.
So it'll be Ricky and Powerhouse Hog. I don't know if it's gonna take me a while to get used to that. Powerhouse Hobbs next week in a tag match.
I don't know. It's weird. Because like also too, like we were talking about like the FTW belt, right? To me, like, oh, you're trying to like make it something in like AEW.
I like that. That was I think the really good part of the promo. Like I like that Taz is finally getting to the point, like, criticizing AEW management for not recognizing FTW belt as a legitimate contending belt.
Right.
He's saying like AEW management's just treating it as, oh yeah, it's just a prop that Taz brings to the ring. FTW.
Again, like I feel like that myself. Like how we're getting so many different things going on in the belt with the belts, so it hasn't really been defended. So I don't know. Do you guys want to see it get defended? Like honestly, let me know if you're in the chat. Like, let me know. Like, is it important to you that it would get defended on Dynamite?
I don't know.
Would you want to see it really? Like, would you want to see it?
I'd love to see it defended, but like I think he's trying to get at like he wants it to be like in part of the rankings. You know what I mean? Like they have the rankings for the FTW belt the next week. You know what I mean?
So, but does that mean like would it be way too much? Because we got a lot going on as is within trying to squeeze everything
I think
between
so.
2 hours.
I like
So if you could add another belt, never mind the fact that we're getting every once in a while we're seeing something with the NWA belt. So do you guys want to see like the FTW belt be defended on Dynamite randomly?
I think it's too much, but I love the idea of the storyline of Taz trying to make it legitimate, but do I want it to be legitimate? Absolutely not. They have to cram they're starting to get into that cram territory a little bit now, where I feel like there's some storylines where they can take a week off and come back to it the following week.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they could go into that formula. They don't gotta shove everything in 1 week.
Yeah. Right. See, April says no. Metal says yes. More Brian Cage on my TV. Jeffrey says, I feel like the FTW championship should be a super heavyweight championship or never open weight. So,
yeah. I do agree with Metal. More Brian Cage. Brian Cage is sweet. I hope we get more of his matches. I never really watched him completely before AEW, but after watching him in AEW, I got very impressed and started going back and watching other matches.
I feel like I see him more in the indie scenes now than I did ever before, because I've gone to a couple of shows that I've seen Brian Cage recently. So
Guy's jacked, man. Guy, is he huge in real life? Is he that big? Like, is
he's big.
like he's just like, you look up and you're like, okay, yeah, don't wanna say anything mean
like
to you.
I feel like the gym commercial. I pick things up and put them down.
Is that American? Because I have no idea what you just said.
This is a gym commercial, Planet Fitness, and the guy, he's got like an accent, and he's like, I pick things up and put them down.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just always like, I pick things up and put them down. Every time I see
Ew.
Brian Cage, that's what I think.
Anywho, Rihu, AW's new talent, Top Flight, they got a match against TH Shoot Hybrid 2 this week. It was good.
Oh,
Very, very good.
Wait, what? Say that again?
TH Shoot and Top Flight, I think they put on a sick match.
See, it was weird to me because I know people like it and I'm not shitting on it or whatever like that. I was really excited for this match because I was like, oh, this is gonna be really, really good. Something seemed a little off for me. I mean, I don't know what anybody else thought. Not bad, because like they're like, again, like I said, I'm a really big fan of Top Flight and I really do like TH2. I don't know if the chemistry was a little off. Maybe that's what it was. I think maybe I put too much
It
expectation
could be still green.
on
Yeah.
the match.
'Cause,
Maybe
like, they're
that's what it
young.
was, because we just had this match last week with Young Bucks and Top Flight, and of course it's the Young Bucks, so no matter what, like, you're gonna have a great match with the Young Bucks, right? Like,
Yeah,
some of
Top
our
Flight
best
was a
matches
placeholder,
are with
right?
it.
The story
Yeah.
is TH2 and Young Bucks. And
Right. So, but even still, like, I just feel like I guess I expected a little bit better in chemistry. I thought it it had its moments, that was really, really good. It was like, ooh, but I don't know. I just felt, but again, they're still young, they're still green, they still have a lot of potential, and I'm really, really excited. But again, like I said, like, the Young Bucks are gonna make anybody look like $1,000,000.
Yeah.
Oh,
TH2 and Young Bucks will be a good match when it does happen.
yeah. But, yeah.
Anywho, speaking of tag teams, I mean, when's the last time we got an SCU tag match
I
on
know.
Dynamite? It feels like when they came out, I was like, when's the last time that we seen Kazarian and Daniels on TV? And they faced off against Jericho and Hager of the Inner Circle, and literally they all came out for this match. Like, the entire Inner Circle was at ringside, not just like
It was a
one or
little
two guys.
much. It was a lot.
But it was a
I feel
show
like.
off, right? Jericho
Yeah.
showing off his new merch.
Yeah.
And the story of, they're all getting together and they bonded in Vegas, so they're all on the same page. But the big thing that we got out of this match had nothing to do with the match itself. Is we've been talking about it for a while. And I think this year, especially on this podcast, ever since MJF won that Dynamite ring, is he ever going to defend it? We got that answer. It's next week. And sure enough, it's in the Battle Royal again, the same way that he won the ring. So, and he's going to be in it. So that's an interesting concept. So he's defending the ring in a Battle Royal. So in order for him to keep that ring, he's got to win the Battle Royal. And if you've seen on the poster that they posted, the match card poster, Wardlow is beside MJF. So I'm assuming Wardlow is in the match. Now, is this going to be the time we finally see, is it going to be MJF and Wardlow, the last two people? And is Wardlow going to finally, this is going to be the break off, the separate? Is this going to be it? On a
feel
theme
like
Dynamite, a big Dynamite, the biggest Dynamite of the year.
I feel like, I've been wanting this for so long, and it's one of those things that they're just not going to give it to me. Just like my orange juice spot with Orange Cassidy. It's just like, I'm not going to get it. That's where I feel like. And Kilroy said, what happens if Sammy or Wardlow win it? See, I would love...
Oh, yeah, Sammy Guevara's in it too. I totally forgot that he's in it.
I would love Sammy to win it because I want to see Sammy and MJF go at it. Like, I just do. But it would be interesting. So I don't think we're going to get the Wardlow feud. I feel like I just have to be an acceptance.
So it would be like a Sammy Guevara winning it.
Yeah, because I feel like that's going to be like the whole thing that maybe...
Okay, I see that too.
Yeah. Like, I can see the storyline, Sammy gets pushed out of the Inner Circle or, something. It would be interesting.
I'm just glad we're finally going to, like, it's been literally basically a year. So maybe this is a ring that gets defended once a year on the date. Maybe it's like, is this going to be the date that you have to defend that ring on this date every year?
Well, that's okay. I mean, again, with everything that's gone on, like kudos to AEW for giving us, even through the pandemic and everything, as whatever they can give us.
Jeffrey Elliott in chat actually asked, "Is Wardlow in it?" I'm only guessing, Jeffrey, because I go by what the poster shows. They didn't really go over who's in the match. The poster shows, like, out of all the people that are like surrounding the Dynamite logo, it had MJF in there, and then it had Wardlow in there. So I'm assuming he's in it, and he's gonna be like the bodyguard and protect. I could see it happening. He stands in front of MJF like the whole time, and MJF literally does nothing. He probably walks. He'll crawl out of the ring at the beginning of the match and won't come in until near the end. I can see that kind of happening.
It's a lot,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's gonna build some more feuds too, which is good. So we'll see next week. But I'm glad we're getting this.
Yeah, and then next week, obviously, too, winter is coming. The big storyline of Moxley and Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship. What they did this week, I guess tonight. I can say this week because people will listen later on. Moxley and Kenny did the absolute best job to get me hyped, more hyped for this match. What they did, like they did such a perfect job with this. In Kenny's entrance, and then Moxley coming up from behind, and then like doing his little neck crank before attacking Kenny. That was picture perfect, and they got the camera right on to get the exact moment that happened. This was so well done. And then Moxley cutting that unreal promo, as he always does on Kenny, and even doing the bang thing at him. Oh my God. I'm so hyped for this match.
Everything even before, when like even earlier in Dynamite, like I love the whole thing that Moxley came up to like Eddie Kingston in the interview.
Didn't even say anything. Just
I got like so hyped. Yeah, like I was so hyped. And I love it because it's kind of like a respect thing. Like he's like, I didn't do it. I got my own shit going on or whatever, So it's like I was just hyped for that. Like these little videos and vignettes are so important to these stories, and they just do it so
North Carolina. You just know, Jeffrey, that like when everything goes back to normal, if Kenny is still, which I'm hoping is still the cleaner Kenny, the next time they go to North Carolina for an AW event, like that's gonna get the crowd hot.
Right. And then even the whole Kenny thing with what's it called? When he was talking and he was saying like the regular match to prove yourself, so that like keep all the trash,
like, keep your backyard
like,
shit away.
Yes.
Like you're going around being pictures on PWI as the best wrestler in the world, but this is basically making Kenny go back to his roots of his cleaner roots and his best bout machine roots. So I am expecting for them to put on a barn burner of a wrestling match, because Jon Moxley can wrestle. We know they can. We know we've seen them backyard wrestle. Now we're gonna see these two literally almost a year to the date go at each other and actually wrestle one-on-one in the ring, and it's gonna be good. It's still gonna have brutality. I think they're still gonna be absolutely brutal on each other just from the heat that these two have on each other. It's gonna be a very good wrestling match. I hope this match starts at like the 9:15 mark or the 9:20 mark, and they give them the rest of the show to give us a full great match. No commercials. I know they're probably going to do it, but no this match should not have any commercials. Zero. No picture-in-picture. Zero commercials.
Annoying. It's so annoying when you want to watch like a match and then you go into picture-in-picture, or it even cuts out the match. It pisses me off.
Like everyone listening, guys need to go out and tweet at Tony Khan and beg, plead, whatever, tell him no commercial breaks for the world title match next week. That match deserves full from start to finish, no commercial time.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
I don't care. Pull some strings. Put like 5 commercials in the first hour. I don't care. Pull some strings. Get it done. It's a world title match, and this should be a pay-per-view title match.
It really should be.
They're
giving it away. That's why it would be very interesting with a build to have a 3-way at Revolution with Hangman, Moxley, and Kenny Omega.
We'll see where it goes.
That's the only way I see Hangman Page taking the belt before Kenny.
I just want Kenny next week to come out silver hair and the leather jacket. Go full cleaner next week. Just do it. Pull the trigger. Pull it. Anyways.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I go back and forth with
I'm
it.
just I can't wait anymore. Like I'm getting anxiety over this freaking crap.
Okay, well, and you're killing poor April in the chat too. So
Anyways,
let's move on. Let's go.
So speaking of title matches, we had one tonight.
Yes.
The women's title match, and it was oh man, the promo
wait,
before.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Like I got so hyped. Again, those vignettes, they hype me even more. Like I've been wanting to see this match for a while, and then you put that vignette before the actual match. Like how hyped was I?
That was
so
good.
Hyped.
Like that shows that's a lot of stock in Anna Jay too. Like they brought up like like saying like Sheeta, like the first time we faced, I was rookie. I at that time I literally that was like my 6th ever wrestling match. Since then I've improved. I've joined the Dark Order. They show me the ways. I've trained with Tay Conti, who is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She's taught me the way. So like they did a great job, and Sheeta like even bring up like I'm not intimidated. Like I can still beat you. I know I can beat you. Like it was a very, very well done promo. Yeah. And the title match was good. I thought it was still good. I love the whole part where they even mentioned a commentary like Tay Conti is not part of the Dark Order, even though she comes out with Anna Jay. They're just best friends. You know, Tay J. I'm all full on board for Tay J, by the way. But so I love the hang on one sec. I was saying I love the story that they've continued with this like Tay trying to get Anna Jay and telling her you can win clean. You don't need to resort to the Dark Order's ways of using weapons and cheating your way to win. They did it again with the chair this week. Like Anna asked for the chair. Tay's like, you don't need this. And she's screaming at her like, you don't need this to win. And then, like she took it anyways. And then Rick Knox got distracted. And then Johnny Hungy gives Anna Jay the kendo stick. And then she whacks Cheetah. Still not able to win. But I thought it was a pretty good match. This was sweet.
The question is Johnny Hungy going to get together with Anna Jay?
Why?
Get the girl. Why not?
I don't want to see. Like, no, I don't want to see those storylines.
I want to see it.
Keep it on BT then. I don't want to see it on Dynamite.
Why not?
I don't know.
Yes, Kyle was hiding under the covers.
I don't want to talk about that either. We're not talking about what happened.
You have to talk about it.
We're not.
You have to talk about it. Come on. How can we not talk about it? She licked the belt. She coming for the belt. What happens if she defeats your girl and she becomes our new AEW Women's Champion? We have to talk about this.
I'm watching with a blindfold. I don't want to watch Abaddon come out and bleed everywhere and lick the title, especially during the times that we're in right now. Like, Abaddon, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Can you imagine,
keep doing that
out with the belt and then it's bleeding blood every time that she comes out? Like, how cool would that be?
No. Why do they have to go this way? Why are they going this direction?
Yes. I was all for like Anna Jay to win the belt, but I think Abaddon's gonna come and take the belt, and I want it to happen just because I want Kyle to like freak out every time.
I'm done with this. I don't want to see it. Just beat Abaddon and shoo, fly, go away. And again, it's not for people. Don't take this the wrong way. I'm not criticizing Abaddon as a whole wrestler. I don't like her. I just freaked out by her. He's scared. I get nightmares. That's it.
He tells her all the time too on Twitter. Why are you so scared?
I just hope that I just do it because I hope maybe it'll just stop. Maybe she'll just not be a zombie anymore and just come out as like, like I don't know what a name would be, like Amanda or something like that. Not Abaddon.
Like anyways. 5 years from now or something like that, she comes like all cleaned up, and then you'll be like,
"See, I respect
really
that.
Beautiful, like
I respect that.
She's really pretty.
Don't come out dripping blood. Don't be doing that.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
Anyways, yeah, I've done that metal. Don't worry. I just don't like when she's zombie mode. Just can't get it. Nope. I'll get nightmares. That's it. And this comes from like a horror movie enthusiast. Just not happening. Anyways, anywho.
All right.
So the main event, and I can't believe
there was a lot going on.
Like Pac, they're keeping this. I can't believe this is getting main event time.
You know,
Out of everything that's on AEW Dynamite, this storyline's main event.
I don't know what
Twice.
happened. I became very obsessed with Pac. Like, I don't know why. Like, I feel like he's gonna have to go on the list of husbands.
What?
Because I don't know why, but all of a sudden, like, I became very like obsessed with Pac.
Maybe from like the
I
neck.
don't know why.
I'm gonna
like,
assume from the neck down.
well, you know my type. Like, it's not that.
Like, no
but,
offense,
like,
but the guy is like.
I don't know what it is. And he just did
He's
did
an
a
angry looking
beautiful
dude.
he did a beautiful bridge, and that's it. You do a beautiful bridge, you have my heart and soul. Like, but he's
Yikes.
such a good wrestler. Like, oh my god. And like I've been really obsessed. I'm so happy, like, that he's back.
I just appreciate that these guys are getting the main event time. That's 2 weeks in a row. The whole Death Triangle versus Kingston family dynamic. Two, in the rightful ways, are two heel teams going at each other and just battling. Just, they got heat with each other, and this led to a good match. Kingston, gets off commentary and it literally helps his family win the match because Pac and the Death Triangle were gaining all that momentum. But what threw me off guard completely is what happened after the match. They're beaten down on the Death Triangle, and then Lance Archer comes out. I'm like, oh, I forgot that he's got beef with Eddie Kingston. And he comes out and makes that known. And it just, clears ring. I'm like, okay, so now we've added Lance Archer to this. Where the heck does he fit into this?
I gotta stick him somewhere. And I agree, Battle. Pac should be the face of the company. I've been saying this.
That face? Woof.
Yes.
Woof.
He should take the freaking belt off Moxley. Sorry, guys. I know it's probably
I'll agree. He should be world champion one day. Not right now, but one day he should
No.
be world champion.
I mean, obviously it's not going to happen now because of the fact of the storyline that's going on right now. But that's me personally, and I've said this, and you guys can go back to old episodes of Oli podcasts. I've been saying this
want.
for a long time. I would love Pac to take the belt off Moxley. Me personally, that's just how I feel about it.
But yeah, like now Lance Archer is being added to this storyline. Where does he fit? What is he actually on the side of the Death Triangle, or is he, he's just there because he has beef with Pac? And I noticed that he kind of went back to his old theme at the end there. I don't know if that was a mistake. And they played because, Lance Archer did have a new theme that would debut a couple weeks ago that Mikey worked with him on. I don't know what was up with that, but, either way, they're both sound pretty cool.
Right.
Nonetheless, Lance Archer's now been added to this feud. And I'm like, okay. You got my attention for this feud. On first, I was like, okay. Like, after the first match, I was like, okay, like, I can move on from this. They can stick this into the middle of the card, but they've main evented twice. Now they've added Lance Archer. I love the Death Triangle concept. I love the Lucha Brothers with Pac. That is a sweet 3-man team. I just want to know where they're going to go now ahead with this. Like, maybe they're okay. So maybe it's Butcher. You know what I mean? I can't. How do you add Lance Archer into this? And what team is he on? Or is he on his own team? And if he's on his own team, you got like a 3-way circle going on here. What's going on here?
So what happens if like things get rearranged? Like, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna get here.
I'm so confused.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
But like a good confused. Like it makes you want to tune in next week and see where they're going with this storyline. That makes it a good storyline.
It's chaotic.
You can say that again.
Yeah. It was a little chaotic for me tonight, but again, like I said, like obviously they don't know what they're doing, and it builds a lot of storylines. At least we have different storylines going on.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like I said, I'm just happy Pac's back. I'm very happy. So
okay. So actually, I totally forgot about this. So with Chris Jericho's design, I was wondering what was his design about. This is a quote from Jericho. So based on a popular character he oriented in Japan, Chris designed the collection, his new Paymaker stuff, with artwork that heavily influenced by Japanese culture and lettering. The products include men's and women's t-shirts, sweatshirts, rolled cuff tees, and tracksuits. He quotes, "As I continue to expand the Jericho brand, a clothing line was the natural next step. But Paymaker apparel is more than just a collection of great quality clothing. with a rubber stamp design. Each item in this collection has been individually patterned and influenced by the 60 tours of Japan I've experienced in my last 30 years. As a result, when you wear Painmaker apparel, you feel stylish, sassy, and quite simple, cool AF. So that's pretty cool how he's influenced his time in Japan and the culture he embraced from Japan into these Painmaker apparel, which is pretty cool. So I totally forgot to read that out earlier, but that's awesome.
Cool. I like it.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, but a jam-packed episode of Dynamite next week. The themed one, winter is coming. We have Baker taking on Hirsch. So Hirsch is getting another Dynamite match. It's sweet. I like her. Love Layla Hirsch. Is that it?
Yes.
I think she should be put into a storyline too sweet. She's really good in the ring. I can't wait to see her and Baker go at it next week. Jericho is going to go one-on-one with Kazarian after what happened tonight. And Jericho says like the first time ever these two, it basically is the first time ever these guys are going to go one-on-one. So that's a cool match to look forward to next week. The Dynamite Ring Battle Royal, Cody and Darby versus Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. And then Mox and Omega for the title. Next week's going to be a really cool show.
Yeah.
Pun intended. Winter is coming.
By the way, BTE I'm not going to break down the whole thing about BTE, but I love the whole, the one chip challenge and their faces and the kudos to you guys doing the one chip challenge.
I think literally Dark Order is one of the main reasons why you have to be watching BTE right now.
Yeah, they're just great. And then I love the fact that Orange Cassidy and Statlander were reunited in BTE this week.
Oh, I can't wait for her to come back.
Yes, oh my god.
Oh, when she comes back, man, I wish there was a crowd, because the day she comes back, if there was crowd, they would go absolutely ape shit. They would go nuts, because she was obviously a fan favorite. We remember when there was crowd, and she was gaining a lot of momentum too. It sucked, that injury. It was such a horrible injury.
She will come back better than ever.
In 6 to 8 months, that's a horrible timeline for an injury.
No, poor thing. And what about our boy Michael Nakazawa with the baby oil that they were making fun that he goes over there and he's oiling all because of all the accidents, the slipping on the ring, and then they show Trin.
Actually, Matt Sydal is now. I didn't bring that up last week by myself. Matt Sydal is now officially All Elite as well, so he got a contract. So that's awesome. I love seeing that, because he's had such a long career, and now he's getting his massive big break in a big company. Obviously the last time he was with a big company, he was with WWE Evan Bourne. And when I say big company, I mean huge company. Yeah. So I'm happy for Matt Sydal, man. I think he has a lot of potential to bring out some really good matches with people. So I can't wait to see him versus a lot of people on the AEW roster that I'm sure they'll eventually have him. So I'm happy with that. Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, we usually do this podcast Thursday nights, an earlier time due to Thanksgiving. We were forced to do after Dynamite. So me and Tiff are kind of pooped doing this podcast. I mean, we're trying to put as much effort into it as possible. Conrad, I know you just had
shout out to you.
I know you just everything pro wrestling. Our buddy Conrad just had his show popping into the chat here right at the end. Appreciate you, Conrad, even coming at right at the end here. We love your stuff. I popped in earlier and listened to you a little bit. Anywho, guys, make sure you are following us on social media. I'm making all new graphics right now, so I have nothing prepared here for outros and stuff. So just make sure you're following us on social media at All Elite Pod. That's at All Elite Pod. We got Instagram, we got Facebook, we got Twitter, especially the network. Make sure you're following on all the social medias as well. Join our Patreon. As little as $1 a month gets you some cool content that's on the way. I promise you there'll be content on there soon. Me and Tiff got to figure out a day to do kind of a free-for-all type of podcast. We have plans with another podcast to do some type of free-for-all. I got 2K content or in gaming content being made to push on that Patreon. So make sure you do sign up for that. And shout outs to Darren as well, who's now under a new name, This Wolf, for letting us use Dead to Me, which is a song that he created. It is our official theme song of this podcast you hear in the beginning. So Darren, thank you very much each and every single week for letting us use that theme song. You are the best. Thank you as always. But other than that,
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving to all of our American friends out there, from me in Canada and Tiff in the US and A.
Yes.
And enjoy your turkey, whatever is your thing you eat on Thanksgiving.
Be safe. Wear your mask.
Yeah, be safe, wear your mask. And we'll see you guys right back here next week on the next All Elite podcast. Take it easy.
I don't know.